Holy shit, Joe Big Donnie got indicted?
Oh my God, Barack, that's cray-cray in a bad way right there.
You don't have any clue what indictment means, do you, Joe?
I'll be honest, Barry, I've got no fucking clue what you're talking about.
How the hell are you the president, my guy? Oh, whatever. I guess we'll have to find someone else to help us rank all the Dragon Ball sagas.
Holy shit, Barry, it feels like my birthday right now. I can't believe we are ranking the Dragon Ball sagas. Maybe I'll have an opportunity to show off my Biden blast.
Yeah, maybe, Joe, but we still need to find... Oh my God, Joe, Mr. Rogan is at Trump's trial. He just sent me a video. I'm putting it in the Discord. Check it out.
Oh my God, is that Ben with him? Is Ben his lawyer?
I guess so. This should be funny. Let's watch.
Donald-based Naruto Trump, the charges have been read out to you. How do you plead?
Your Honor, my client would like to plead oopsie daisy.
Ben, what the fuck are you doing?
This is not a joke, Mr. Shapiro. Your client has 34 charges. Now I ask again, how do you plead?
Your Honor, with all due respect, you wasn't even there. On God, my client pleads whoopsie doodle.
Mr. Shapiro, I have half a mind to hold you in contempt.
Your Honor, my client was listening to Freebird the entire time of the alleged crimes. Surely this would bring the charges down to a second-degree cringe take and nothing more.
Oh my God, this moron is going to get me thrown in jail.
Wow, that was pretty funny, LOL. Why would he get that airhead Shapiro as his lawyer?
Beats me, honestly. You're better off just representing yourself at that point.
You just can't keep a good Trump down? What's up, bros? Your boy just got a retrial. Ben literally made the judge lady have a brain aneurysm, and now the trial has been delayed till next week. We are so fucking back.
Holy fuck, Donald. That means you'll be able to rank the Dragon Ball sagas with us? Glad to have you back, buddy.
It's good to be back, and it's even good to hear your sleepy voice, Joey. I hope you're doing well too, Barry. As a celebration, I'd like to rank the Dragon Ball sagas with my homeboys.
Of course, Donnie, we would have missed your takes. You always have the best or worst opinions, it's never in between, and that kind of energy is exactly what we need on this channel. Although I will be honest, I did invite someone to come to join us because I genuinely thought your ass was cooked.
Fair enough, Barry. I thought my ass was going to be roasted as well, so I understand who's joining us.
Hey guys, the one who knocks is in the building.
Walter White, that's who you chose, Barry?
Whoa, Donald. What's with the attitude? Dragon Ball is literally my favorite anime. I know a lot about it.
We'll see about that, Baldy. Anyway, what criteria are we working with, Obunga?
I don't care for that nickname, but anyway, we are ranking the sagas on how good we think it was. Simple criteria, just ranking our enjoyment and how good we think the writing and characters are. Sound good to everyone?
Sounds super mega awesome sauce to me, Barry. Let's get crunk and do this tier list.
God, you're so fucking cringe, Joe. You really are.
Cringe? Do you know what's really cringe, Donald? Wearing a jumpsuit that matches your Oompa Loompa tan?
Goddamn, Mr. President, relax before you're indicted for manslaughter, LOL.
As usual, I will get the ball rolling so this doesn't turn into a dick-measuring contest. The saga to start it all of the Emperor Pilaf saga of the original Dragon Ball. I gotta give that shit an A tier at the very least. It introduced Bulma, the lovable genius with a tendency to do things that I'm not gonna talk about for fear of being arrested. It introduced the absolute gem that is Son Goku, as well as fun characters like Yamcha, Master Roshi, Oolong, Ox King, Chi-Chi, Puar. I mean, just so many people were introduced. And while their influence on the story would wane later on, their time in the original Dragon Ball was well spent. I give my vote to A tier.
Perfect take, Barry. I admit that when you take the entire series into account, the original Dragon Ball simply hasn't aged as well. But the fact that this one saga introduced so many fan favorites, it has to go into A tier. Master Roshi is so funny. And Goku's tenacity to get all the Dragon Balls while showing off his superhuman abilities is just fantastic. I agree with A tier.
Of course, your favorite character is Master Roshi. I wonder if it has anything to do with how perverted you two are.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of having a 16-year-old Bulma flash a 300-year-old man. That was pretty cringe. But I supposed it was simply a different time and that kind of comedy was acceptable. I would never let Walt Jr. watch the Pilaf saga, B tier.
Walt, I don't know why, but you're pissing me off. I'm inviting Rogan.
Donald, I swear to God, if you don't know me and what I am capable of, then my suggestion to you would be to tread lightly.
What the fuck, Donald? Walter is a known meth cook. You really want to piss him off?
That little cuck was about to make a case for the Pilaf saga not being an A-tier. Fuck that guy. Rogan is better anyway.
Holy fuck, guys, we are ranking Dragon Ball sagas. We are so fucking back.
You're goddamn right, Mr. Rogan. We are so fucking back. Would you like to rank the tournament saga?
Mr. President, I would fucking love to do the tournament saga. What a saga it was. Introducing the tournament concept into Dragon Ball. So many wacky and fun characters were introduced. Like my main guy Krillin, Goku's best friend. That little Buddhist monk is a riot. Not to mention Master Roshi dressing up as Jackie Chun in order to beat Goku and instill into him the idea that there's always someone stronger than you. And that you always need to work hard. On top of all of that, when Goku turned into the Great Ape, we see the absolute brutality of Master Roshi. The guy blew up the fucking moon. That's so based S-tier saga.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Joe. S-tier for sure. What a saga, comedy, action, and a droplet of wisdom just to tie it all together. This is Toriyama at his best.
Easy S-tier, so much hype for this saga. And it introduced Krillin, my fourth favorite character. I miss the original Dragon Ball. Don't get me wrong, every Dragon Ball show has its moments. But the original just has this nostalgic magic to it, except for maybe the next saga, the Red Ribbon Army saga. It wasn't bad, but it was just kind of there. Goku destroying robots and villains was pretty awesome. But I don't know, it didn't have that same energy as the others. I think we can throw all of them collectively into B tier.
I can agree with putting the General Blue and Commander Red saga into B tier, but I think the actual start of the Red Ribbon Army should be A tier. It introduced Mercenary Tao, who was a great antagonist until Piccolo appeared. I think we got to give the guy who killed a man with his tongue some credit.
I agree with that sentiment. Mercenary Tao was pretty cool, and his defeat at the hands of Goku was baller. Imagine getting a grenade kicked at you by a little midget. How hilarious.
Totally agree, Barry. Watching that bitch get wrecked by Goku was hilarious, Jamie. You know what to do. Roll that motherfucking clip.
All right, fellas, I humbly concede to put the first part into A tier and the rest into B tier. Wait, actually, this tier list is kind of redundant, isn't it? Why is it separated like this? Can't we just talk about the entire arc as a whole?
That sounds like too much work, so let's just keep it the way it is and let the good folks at home correct us in the comments.
All right, Sleepy Joe, but if we get roasted, it's all on you. The Dragon Ball community takes no prisoners. They will execute us with their keyboards.
Oh, Barry, can I do the Fortune Teller Baba saga?
Sure thing, Mr. Rogan. Go ahead. Your energy is always appreciated.
Thanks, Barack. The tournament was awesome, and Goku finally getting to see his grandpa again was heartwarming as fuck. I mean, it was so sad that he accidentally killed his own father figure, but seeing those two reunited was just so good. I mean, his pure emotion, his crying, his longing for his grandpa, it was so goddamn wholesome. It just reminded the audience that while Goku is this superhuman fighter, he's just a little kid. So wholesome, my God, it's got to go in S tier.
Mr. Rogan, I agree that the moment was very wholesome and very heartwarming. But if I'm being honest, everything else in that arc didn't really do it for me. I think C tier for this saga, and it only gets C tier for the heartwarming finish.
What did we say earlier, Barack? Trump either has good takes or absolute dog shit ones, and in this case, you're completely full of shit. Donald, this saga is A tier at the very least.
Shut up, Creepy Joe. I bet you only like this saga because Bulma flashes the audience for like the fourth time in this show. You perverted zombie.
Here we go. One day they'll stop arguing. Sad Obama noises.
Fuck off, Donald. We all like it because it's heartwarming and funny. It's not my fault your entire family is so fucked that seeing another family reunited doesn't do it for you.
My family is fucked? How's your crackhead son doing, Joey?
He's just fine, Donald. How's that daughter of yours you're trying to plow?
Gentlemen, for fuck's sake, have some decorum. Obama angry, Obama smash.
Fellas, I think we are all a bit heated. And this video will now have to be split into two parts because of all this fighting. Let's just put the saga into A tier, do the Piccolo stuff, and knock out the original Dragon Ball. And then we can do Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super in the next episode. How about that?
What about Dragon Ball GT Other Joe?
Trust me, Mr. President, I think we'll blow through the GT sagas. All but one were pretty trash. Let's be honest here.
Fine, that works, I guess. Still fuck you, Donald. I kind of hope your arrest goes through.
Oh, trust me, Guilty Joe. If they get me, they're coming for you next. Just you wait, cunt.
Moving swiftly along, I'm putting the Fortune Teller saga into A tier, along with the introduction of Tien Shin Han. I mean, Tien is a lot of people's favorite character because of how good a rival he was with Goku. He's pretty cool being the last of an extinct race of Cyclops like humanoids, and I always thought his little mime friend was pretty funny. A tier for him in the Fortune Teller saga. Is that okay?
Totally fine with me, Barry. Go for it.
Sounds good, Barry. I think the Fortune Teller saga is S tier, but judging by the heat of this Discord call, let's just put it into A tier and save some headaches.
Now that that's over with, I think we can put the Tien saga in A tier as well. Loved the introduction to Tien. What a character. It's a damn shame they buried him in subsequent shows. He gets entire arcs where he's actually involved and does stuff in the original Dragon Ball. But other than the Saiyan saga and that one moment against Cell, he gets buried completely. Oh, well, at least we still have the old Dragon Ball. What a tournament, A tier.
Triclops is my homie for real, and the overall tournament had some great matchups. Yamcha versus Tien, Krillin versus Goku, Goku versus Tien. Great stuff to watch. I agree with A tier.
Great arc, I agree, and Goku losing a second time was a bit of a surprise as he had already lost before, so the audience kind of expects Goku to win this time for sure, only to be fooled like the absolute silly little dummies that we all are. Toriyama cranked out so much gold with the original Dragon Ball A tier.
You're right, Mr. President, and the gold continues into the King Piccolo saga. I mean, this has to be S tier. This was the turning point for Dragon Ball. I mean, finally, a villain that actually wins something, and wins in a big way. The King Piccolo saga also really started popping off with the characters. Krillin died, Master Roshi died, Chiaotzu died. We got to see Yajirobe cut someone to pieces. And of course that climatic fucking finish. Jamie, pull up that fucking clip, you wonderful son of a bitch.
God, such a hardcore finish. Goku was all like, fuck your entire fucking life, green scum, and just ripped straight through him. Plus it had a wonderful ending with Piccolo as we know him today being born. S tier for sure.
I'm sorry, fellas, but I'm about to start controversy. I think the King Piccolo saga is B tier at best. Take the nostalgia goggles off for a second and recognize that the beginning of this saga is absolute garbage.
God, I hope they put you in the slammer for a long time, Donald. What a cringe take.
Shut it, you Cybermen look-alike. Is no one going to question why the Pilaf gang just knows about Piccolo? Why do they just tell him everything they know for whatever reason? Or the whole divine water bullshit being pulled out again? I think King Piccolo was a great villain, and the saga overall was great, but there's some glaring flaws you fellas are ignoring.
Yeah, I suppose you have a point with the Pilaf gang stuff. I honestly don't remember how they got there and why.
Well, Donnie, I suppose taking all opinions into account, we can put the King Piccolo saga into A tier, but if we get roasted in the comments, it's on you.
Yeah, it'll be your fault, Donnie. Just like Goku goes Super Saiyan, you go Super Retard.
Oh, please, the dementia patient doesn't get to call anyone retarded. So go back to jerking off to inappropriate Bulma moments, you dirty old pervert.
Hey fellas, I gotta go. Jamie just found my long-lost stash of Planet Namek Indica, and if I remember correctly, smoking all 7 Dragon Blunt summons Kushron, so I need to go. But I just want my vote for the Piccolo Jr. saga to be S tier. It introduces the second best character in all of Dragon Ball, my main boy Piccolo. What an absolute legend. Oh shit, Jamie, wait for me. Don't smoke that without me.
Just put it into S tier, Barack. I'm getting a call from Ben. He says it's a legal matter, and he's technically still my lawyer, so I gotta go. Just you wait when we get to Dragon Ball Z, Sleepy Joe. I'm gonna bend your opinions over my $320,000 bed and have my way with them, you greasy little worm. Fuck you, Big D is out of here.
I seriously doubt that's going to happen, but what do I know? I'm no legal expert. How about you do the outro, Joe? You got this. Just take it slow and thank the audience. Don't stumble your words, and you'll be fine. Obama, out.
Holy Dragon Balls, I never get to do the outro. Well, thank you for watching part 1. I'm sure we will be hard at work working on part 2 in the near future, so look out for that. I honestly believe that koalas are in fact capable of driving cars. And that's just poggers, if I'm being honest. Let me just... Wait, what am I talking about? Eggs and bacon, dragons. Oh gosh, I think Biden Joe having stroke, so poggers, I'm pog and dragons, and where am I?